Thanks for tuning into this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Damon Bruce. It's the NBA served to you weekend style. It's the Utah Jazz going up against the Milwaukee Bucks. And now to bring you all the action, let's get to Kevin Harlan, Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Dort.
And now we take a brief check at the matchups. Our starting five for both teams. First for the Jazz. Conley out there with Mitchell. They've got Gobert. You simply have to respect the tremendous skill he has down low, the work ethic and athletic ability to make a big impact under the boards. Then it's O'Neal. And it's Bogdanovich in the power forward. And looking at the Bucks. And inside out of Stanford University, a skilled post scorer with tremendous size, the 7-footer, Brook Lopez. Then it's Chris Middleton, and it's Antetokounmpo in at the 4 slot.
Well, defensively, he's a ball hawk. I mean, that mixture of anticipation and quick, strong hands makes him a threat to pick off a basketball any time from a ball handler.
And I just really admire his demeanor and consistency offensively. I mean, he's got tremendous composure and decision-making ability. He makes his teammates better. While never a lock for the playoffs, the Jazz were in the driver's seat for a playoff spot up until the All-Star break last season. However, after the second half kicked up again, they just couldn't beat the teams they needed to and lost a lot of ground, letting the Lakers back in the hunt.
Here's Bogdanovich, following the basket by Brook Lopez. And O'Neal gets it to go.
But you can't leave him alone, especially from long range.
And the Bucks with possession here. It's a 3-point game. Antetokounmpo kicks to Lopez. It's stolen by Gobert. All going up court.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now.
Clark, there is a swagger out here on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
That's right.
Those are phenomenal dunks to watch. So much fun.
Well, the Bucks playing here at the BMO Harris Bradley Center, one of the older arenas in the NBA at around a quarter century. And the Bucks have said they'll leave Milwaukee after the 2017 season unless a new arena is built.
Here's Antetokounmpo. And the bucket counts. He is on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a 3-point play.
He had his choice of finishing moves there. And you just got to love the fact he went old school with the finger roll.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Well, he shot 73% from the line last year. Fairly average in terms of where he stands in the league.
And back to the arena situation here in Milwaukee. This is one of the smaller markets in the NBA. Steve, that can make it tougher to get an arena done.
Well, there's a potential change in ownership that has loomed over the franchise as well. Obviously, we all want to see the team stay in Milwaukee. A lot of great history here going way back. So hopefully an arena deal will get done. 3 out of 4 from the floor, so a good start for this play.
Mitchell passes to Conley. Here's Mitchell, guarded by Holiday. The dish to O'Neal. Conley for 3. Cannot hit. And Milwaukee will come the other way. Let's send it over to Doris Burke, who caught up with head coach Mike Budenholzer. Doris?
Guys, he said basically speed is going to be on full display today. He talked to his players before the game about getting out on the break at every opportunity possible and keeping the pressure on all game long. We'll see, guys.
Thank you, Doris. And so it's Utah here with the ball. Following the shot by Drew Holiday. 6 to shoot. Conley kicks to Mitchell. From 18 feet away. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
Man, a nice job there defensively. Just getting a hand up enough to bother the shot.
Yeah, that was very nice. Impressive. It made it a much more difficult shot.
Almost surprised that he had that much room to work with.
Conley kicks to Mitchell.
Oh! Are you kidding me? That was a power punch right there.
Oh, great. And he bangs it home with one hand.
Tell you what, he's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Absolutely insane with that dunk.
Well, now they're starting to rub it in, aren't they? Have build up a lead, and here we go, folks. It's showtime.
And why not? I mean, the more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys on the ropes.
Here's Antetokounmpo, and the Bucks miss again. Pass to Mitchell. Banked in off the glass. Mitchell's got 7 points in the game.
Very positive opening quarter for them. The shots have been falling.
You know, the shooting percentage would be nice if it stayed right there, but that's going to be tough to do.
And so it's Milwaukee now. They trail by 7. 0. No good on the 3. For Utah, they've gone 5 of 7 today so far. Nice shooting to get this game underway. The pass to Bogdanovic. Connects from three-point range. Bogdanovic has got his first 3 points of the game.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
It's just beautiful basketball to watch, Clark.
The Bucks have gotten 3 of 8 shots to fall for them here in the first quarter. Holiday against Conley. And Holiday kicks to Middleton. Back to Holiday. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Lock at 6. Antetokounmpo passes to Lopez. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a 3-point play.
And you love the concentration. Gets hit, but stays with the play.
They showed a lot right there. Plenty of concentration, finding a way to get that shot to fall.
Now here's Conley. He's got 5. And Utah, another 3.
They're really struggling defensively, giving up too many easy buckets.
And they've been on fire offensively as a result, Clark.
Lopez is screen on Conley. Pass to Craig. Trying his luck deep. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday.
This is great. 3-pointers going down quickly at both ends.
Yeah, it took them no time to answer back on that possession. The Bucks actually made it back into the playoffs last season, but it wasn't because they were dominant at home. Only 21-20 at the Bradley Center. And those 21 wins were the fewest of any team that played in the playoffs.
Here's Bogdanovic. Conley with the 3. Can't get it to go. Conley against Holiday. An easy 2 points on the layup. Holiday's got 5. Well, Clark, as you said, the Bucks didn't offer a lot as far as protecting their home court. In the end, it could come back to bite them as they lost 2 in a row on their home floor and got swept out of the playoffs, Steve, by Miami.
Well, that was a pretty tough matchup for anybody, but for Milwaukee, a team that was below 500, that was near impossible. But look, it was a struggle for the Bucks. We expected that, but getting to the playoffs was an accomplishment. We'll see if they can build on that this year.
And so it's Milwaukee with it after the basket by Utah.
Using his strength nicely there to ensure the rebound. Good work.
O'Neal dishes to Conley. Back to O'Neal. Here's the 3. Can't get it to go. Bucks trail by 7. Antetokounmpo kicks to Middleton. There's the feed to Holiday. Pass to Antetokounmpo. He dishes it to Middleton. They get it back. Another shot. The shot's good from Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo's got 5 now.
It's a great play under the boards for him. And, you know, that's the standard that he sets. It seems like all those second chance points, I mean, they're there for him game in, game out.
Oh, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. No shortage of offense. Utah out in front. They're up by 5. And we welcome you back to the NBA here on 2K Sports. If you're just tuning in, this is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. And we're ready to get going once more. The players had a chance to have a short break and get some rest themselves and get refueled and hydrated with some Gatorade. More terrific basketball in store for us tonight. And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for the Jazz.
Well, I'll tell you what, they must have had a good shoot-around because they've been fantastic from long range so far, fellas.
Yeah, their passing has been terrific, too. Clark, we're seeing a lot of assists, really moving, a lot of flow offensively. I like what I see.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, over to you.
Gentlemen, there are some analysts who call Nerlens Noel a savant shot blocker, but he also averaged over 2 steals a game at Kentucky last season. Offense is something he's still developing, however. Noel said, quote, "Every team is always going to have its given scores. Defense is something that's undervalued. It can change the whole game in significant ways. He knows his game, guys."
He certainly does, Doris. Thanks.
Well, really a promising young roster for the Utah Jazz team, guys. A lot of blue-chip talent there. I think in a couple of years, this team has a chance to be one of the best in the West.
Milwaukee making a switch here. Jordan's checked in. And there's the pass to Harrison. Hughes kicks to Favors. And fouled hard that time. They'll get to the line and shoot two. And you got to give this Utah front office a lot of credit. You're right, Clark. They've only missed the playoffs 5 times in the last 30 seasons. Steve, that is a remarkable run.
What I like about Utah, too, Kevin, is that they seem to stay ahead of the curve. They make moves while they still have leverage. Dealing Carlos Boozer, Kirilenko, Deron Williams. So they've done a good job of getting value, getting assets, and continuing to look ahead.
Postnoff. Milwaukee the rebound. Here's Jordan. And another shot. And the layup is good.
They are not rotating nearly quickly enough on defense down low. Got to get quicker there.
And even if it costs them some foul trouble, I mean, they need to start putting some bodies on bodies. Be physical.
Ingles, guarded by Jordan.
What a huge play.
Talk about putting something extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, Clark, you know, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space.
Still, I mean, it's startling that he'd even try that right now.
Now here is Augustine, defended by Harrison. No good from Wilson. Utah leading by 3. Harrison passes to Hughes. Nice ball movement by Utah. Traps in the tray.
And he's someone the defense has to keep track of at all times because, you know, even when he doesn't have the ball, he moves so well without it. He's constantly a threat to catch and shoot.
Very true. And what I noticed with him is his ability to jump on teams right out of the break. I mean, he doesn't need a ton of shots to get going. He's locked in by nature.
Jazz have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. And for those of you just joining us, we're in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by. Tipped. Number 24. And it's blocked by Harrison. And they'll keep possession. Here's Augustine. Pass to Harrison. There's a screen. He passes to Ingles. Favors with the screen. Down low. And that'll be Utah as it goes out of bounds. Jazz retain possession. The Jazz making a switch here. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Mitchell kicks to Azubuike. Rejected by Antetokounmpo. Here is Forbes. Over by Conley. All alone. That drops. Antetokounmpo's got 7.
Offensively, he can be the engine that drives them at any given time.
Not into the lane. To the paint. And it's out of bounds. Utah able to retain possession here.
That was an awfully risky pass, guys. Lucky it didn't wind up as a steal.
Well, it nearly did wind up as a steal, but no harm done in the end. They hang on to possession.
Mitchell off a pick from Azubuike. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
A big problem for the Bucks last season was closing out games in the fourth quarter. You know, too often they would see their defense fall to the wayside as soon as the game started heading down the stretch. And as a result, they lost a lot of close ones.
And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Boy, I love it. Active hands on the steal, active feet on the fast break.
And Clark power on the dunk.
And guys, this is just too close of a game to be giving the ball up like that and then failing to get back in transition.
This game is going to take a big swing. Clark, if the D continues to clear out like that and give up easy dunks.
Yeah, that's the kind of defense we expect to see in a blowout, Kevin, or even an exhibition game, not a close game like this.
Look how frustrated Steve is over here.
Well, you know what,
he's
Kevin?
disgusted.
Come on, Kevin. I just like that he didn't choose to just lay it up there. I mean, he threw it down with force.
5 to shoot. And here's Conley outside. And Azubuike kicks to Bogdanovic. Misses the 3. Bucks trail by 4. Forbes the pass to Antetokounmpo. Dishes it to Middleton. Forbes. Here's Lopez using his post move to get the 2 points. Lopez has got 4 points now in the quarter. Well, Clark, you brought it up. The Bucks defense would be solid for 3/4 of the game, but would just not look like they were supposed to be in the fourth quarter at all. Not sure, Steve, if it was fatigue or something else that got to him.
I thought one of the keys was they didn't have great perimeter defense, and so even though they were a good shot blocking team, they were constantly having to cover up on penetration. And so even though you might get some shot blocks, you're also going to give up layups and offensive rebounds. That was a major problem for the Bucks last year.
Gobert, he's checked in for Utah. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And Forbes kicks to Antetokounmpo. Lopez dishes to Forbes. Back to Lopez. Passes it to Antetokounmpo. Feeds to Forbes. Here's Antetokounmpo. And he lays it straight in. Antetokounmpo's got 9.
Took advantage of some shoddy defense there. They've got to at least get a finger on it.
That misses. Would have counted had it gone in. And the first half ends in a close one. Jazz lead by 1. We'll have the start of the third quarter for you shortly. But first, it's the Sprint Halftime Show with Damon Bruce.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
Halftime at Bradley Center in a
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. It's been one outstanding game for Mitchell.
Seemed like he made everything he got. I mean, anytime he had an open look, he took advantage of the opportunity there in that first half.
And Steve, they were all good looks. I mean, his shot selection has been terrific throughout the game. You might not think of him as a laser three-point shooter, but that shot was there for him, and he had to take it. Guys, there were a lot of questions about what went wrong for Utah last year as they saw themselves slip from a middle-of-the-pack playoff team to being on the outside looking in at the playoffs. One reason was their play on the road.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. Here's Antetokounmpo. 0. It's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. As you said with the Jazz last year, getting wins on the road a big problem for them, and they just couldn't keep up in that category. You know, Steve, with other teams vying for a playoff spot.
Yeah, they finished 13-28 on the road, and that was what kept them out of the postseason. They just have to improve in that regard this year if they're going to get into the playoffs.
Well, after a brief 2-year drought, the Bucks got back to the playoffs this past season, but it wasn't pretty once they got there. With several guarantees from players about upsetting the Heat, they didn't win a single game and were swept by the Miami Heat. He got there late, but you do have to like the aggressiveness to go after the block. But that one's going to count.
The fans don't like that call one bit.
Well, the officials got an earful as a result.
The Bucks trail. Holiday, he's got 5. 0. Well, good with the triple. Back to the Bucks in the playoffs. In every aspect, they were overmatched by the Heat, and no one really thought they would upset them. But many thought, Steve, that they would at least get a game.
Well, I wasn't one of them, Kevin. I thought they were overmatched from the start. And you could tell in that series, Miami wasn't even interested until the fourth quarter. They knew they could just flip a switch and beat this Milwaukee team. And that's exactly what they did.
Here's Mitchell. He's got 11. There's a good screen. Here's Gadsden. The putback throws it down with the quick putback jam. And the Jazz lead by 5.
Well, most of all, I just love the work he puts in on the offensive glass. So many of his points come on putbacks just because of sheer hustle.
And he is a persistent defender too, Steve. I mean, even if he gets caught behind on the break, he'll bust his behind to get back into the play and maybe come up with a block at the last second.
Conley against Holiday. Lopez tips it back in. Lopez has got 11 points.
Hard work and soft hands, guys. That's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip-in.
Yeah, that's the way you've got to go. If you have good position, you've got to get after it and go for that second chance opportunity.
An indication there of why the scoreboard looks like it does. Very passive defense.
But the finish was anything but passive.
No, he hammered that down, Clark. Superb above the rim action.
That's his second personal foul. Second team.
Hit his foot. And the ref saying he kicked it. Outside Holiday. That's good. He's got 10.
With the success they've been having from the three-point line since halftime, I'll bet you that scoreboard starts to look a lot different real soon.
Of course, they have to stay hot. But if they do, I think you're right, Clark. Particularly if they can convert defense into offense.
Conley kicks to Bogdanovich. And that one falls coming off Conley's feet. Conley's got 6 assists here tonight. Bucks trail by 5. Here's Antetokounmpo. 9 points in the game so far. Here's Lopez. And the defense didn't have position. They whistle a blocking foul, and he'll go to the line.
You know, Utah usually matches up well with Eastern Conference teams because style of play is similar. Both Eastern Conference and the Jazz like to play a grinded-out physical game. And Utah has the bigs and the defensive mentality to thrive in a slower-paced game. And that's why they went 17-13 against the Eastern Conference.
And Bogdanovich kicks to Conley. A steal. Fast break. Milwaukee pushes it down to finish the break.
How about that nice 1-2 punch there? That's great defensive play, and of course, it leads to the great basket in transition.
Love the attacking style there, Steve.
Chris Middleton's checked in for Brook Lopez. On back to the Jazz against the East. Did what they needed to do against the conference as a whole. Winning more than they lost, but they also, Steve, had some key setbacks.
And the big one that I can remember was last year, on that 4-game road trip to the East Coast. They went 0-4. And that was when they saw their grasp on a playoff spot start to slip away.
Utah leading. Outside Conley. Here's Gadsden. Another miss by Utah.
He worked himself into a really good position there, right near the basket. That's the look he wanted.
The pass to Antetokounmpo. Back to Holiday. Right side Holiday. For the lead, they grab their own miss. Antetokounmpo goes up and lays it nice and easy. They got on this a little while ago, and they just haven't looked back. Derek Favors checked in for Gobert. Utah's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Uses both hands to slam it down.
Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
Yeah, he's sensing this is a critical time in this game, guys.
Poked loose. Fast break. Here come the Jazz. Here's Mitchell. Throws down the breakaway jam. And look at how the hustle game has been going for Utah.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ballgame.
And they're also really getting out in transition and scoring some hoops in the fast break tonight.
Pass to Craig. He kicks to Holiday. And out of bounds as the Jazz gain possession. The Jazz making a switch here. Jazz leading by 3. Here's Mitchell. 15 points in the game. Mitchell off a pick from Favors. Passes it to Bogdanovich. Rejected by Antetokounmpo. Here's Middleton. Defended by Ingles. Shots good by Middleton. Middleton's got his first points in this one. He had a nice open look right there.
Well, with him, what immediately comes to mind is the long-range shooting. I mean, he can knock down shots from anywhere, and of course, that forces the defense to locate him at all times.
And you know what, Steve? We also have to talk about his shooting. I mean, the fact that he copes with tight D better than anyone is something to make note of. His percentage stays the same, and if he's wide open, he's automatic.
Here's Ingles. The Jazz again can't hit it.
Boy, I'm shocked he didn't make that one. He usually knocks that one down with ease.
And the pass to Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo off the pick from Lopez. Here's Craig. From outside, off the mark.
Really good offensive execution. Nice pick, just couldn't get the shot to go.
Boy, you love to see that as a basketball purist. Guy setting a good screen and then getting the shot opportunity.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Here's Bogdanovich, and that one falls coming off Conley's feet. Bogdanovich has got 11 points. Here's Antetokounmpo. He's got 11. Back to Lopez. 1 second left.
Good defense, but gotta love the finish with the finger roll over the top.
And we reach the end of the third quarter. Just a terrific. Welcome back as we get rolling once more. The fourth quarter right ahead in what's been a very well-contested game. What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Milwaukee?
Guys, how about all the second chance points they've been able to convert throughout this game?
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points. He didn't have a single point in the first half. Bagels, 0 points, nada. But he's starting to get into the groove here in the second.
Here's Holiday. It's rebounded by Gobert. Gobert's got 8 rebounds in this game. Here's Gadsden. Can't hit. And Milwaukee will come the other way. He feeds it to Holiday. It's rebounded by Gobert. Gobert's got 9 rebounds now tonight. Pass to Bogdanovich. Knocks down the 3 ball.
Got to make a defensive adjustment here because he's just destroying them from three-point range.
Well, even when they've closed out on him, Steve, he's knocking them down.
We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. And out of bounds as Utah gains possession. The Bucks making a switch here. Utah has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Beyond the arc, and Utah another 3.
They're going back to the three-point shot over and over and over.
That was the 9th straight point from behind the arc, Clark. It feels like they're finding the holes in this defense.
And yes, sir, that one drops.
This is a fantastic performance in this half. He didn't play as well in the first, but you just know with this guy, he's always ready to turn it around.
Conley off the pick from Gobert. Conley, the pass to Bogdanovich. That's in there. Conley with the assist. And the Jazz lead by 2.
That's now a dozen straight points coming off wide open three-pointers.
You know what it looks like to me out there, guys? I mean, it looks like All-Star Weekend out there. We know how much defense is played there. It's actually defense during the All-Star Weekend, no D.
And Holiday kicks to Antetokounmpo. Holiday. And another 3 for Milwaukee. Time running low, guys, and somebody has got to win this one.
You know, quite honestly, Kevin and Steve, I mean, this game, as close as it's been, you really hate to see it come to an end.
I agree.
Well, then let's root for overtime. Why not?
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Yeah, during that break, the head coach of the Jazz had some words for his team. He told his squad, listen, guys, it's close. It's about execution here. If we do that, I like our chances. No hero ball, just trust each other and make the simple play. Kevin?
And the second free throw, good.
That miss at the line might stick in his craw for a while. Always hurts to miss a chance to take the lead.
Antetokounmpo off the pick from Holiday. There's the dish to Lopez. Tries from 7. It's rebounded by Gobert.
And this is why you need size inside, the ability to contest shots and force misses.
Steve, that's exactly right. Even when you get in close, it's still a tough shot.
Right through the knee for the layup.
And his confidence has come back since halftime after really a rough first 2 quarters.
Timeout called the Bucks. You have to like what we're seeing from Bogdanovich.
He's been locked in from deep. They're giving him too much breathing room and definitely paying the price for it.
And the Jazz making a change here. Mitchell's checked in. Lopez sets a screen for Holiday. 0. Milwaukee, no good that time either. For Utah, they've gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. Conley dishes to O'Neal. And that one falls coming off Conley's feet. Conley's got 9 assists in the game. Great passing. Passes to Antetokounmpo. Defended by Bogdanovic. Now the pass to Antetokounmpo.
Tough call there and a tough break for the defense.
But you know, I think you could still see him kind of sliding in there. I don't have a problem with the call.
Stolen by O'Neal. Fast break. Here come the Jazz.
That is that athletic play. Incredible.
Wow. And that one is hammered home.
Textbook example there of how to use defense to create offense.
Yeah, beautiful transition play after the steal all the way to the basket.
Wasted no time going from defense to offense.
Yeah, it feels like they're starting to pick up the intensity as the game itself starts to get a little more tight and close.
And that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will retain possession. So it's the Bucks now. 6-point game. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Here's Craig. And nothing is falling for him right now. Utah's gone 3 of 4 from downtown here in the fourth. Here's Mitchell, guarded by Holiday. And there's a minute 45 left in the fourth. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Mitchell. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Here's Antetokounmpo, defended by Gobert. The Bucks working the ball around. Pass to Holiday. Zero. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday.
Defense better start paying attention and taking care of business because he's been great from the arc this half.
Gobert, the pass to Mitchell. 1:04 left in the fourth quarter. Fades and shoots. Here's Craig. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Well, they had a foul to give, but they couldn't get it done before that shot attempt.
Yeah, and giving up free throws isn't ideal here, Steve. You know that, but at least they got the clock stopped.
Both free throws good from Craig. Jazz have gotten into a pretty good groove, going 6 of 10 here in the final quarter. Conley off the pick from Bogdanovic. Conley kicks to Mitchell. Sinks it.
And that is the shot of the game.
Well, he's got the guts and courage to take it and the skill to make it.
And the Bucks making a change here. Middleton's checked in. Holiday with the 3. Good. A tremendous 3 to tie it up.
Wow, huge shot. Listen to this crowd.
It sounds like a rock concert in here.
Well, they've been waiting to explode all game, and they finally got a reason to do so.
Here's Mitchell. And the Heat doesn't get to the rim.
That's flat out embarrassing.
The Jazz have gotten more than 58% of their attempts to go down for them in the fourth quarter. They're 7 of 12. And it's blocked by Antetokounmpo. Got it up in time. Oh, he chased to win it right there, but couldn't get it to fall. Time expires, and we're going to overtime. And we'll get it going after this from the Bradley Center. So 4 quarters, not enough. And we're getting set for the jump ball to start overtime. Tip-off goes to Milwaukee. And so they have the first opportunity on offense right here as we begin overtime. 0. And no good. And a chance to take the lead. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. Mitchell passes to O'Neal. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. O'Neal's got the first basket here in overtime for the Jazz. 0. Defended by Gobert. Passes it to Antetokounmpo. The kick out to Holiday. There's the pass to Antetokounmpo. 4 on the shot clock. That's good.
That's kind of his strong suit, the ability to find his way through the defense and finish at the rim.
Utah shooting an efficient 53% from the field. Conley into the lane. It counts. And the foul. That's on Brook Lopez.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 points coming from inside the painted area.
Yep, that's something that the defense has to put a stop to. Maybe a defensive adjustment is necessary here.
In a crucial spot, he is always so solid at the line. He rarely wastes those opportunities.
The feed to Middleton. He dishes it to Holiday. Pass to Antetokounmpo. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. Shoots. Utah with the rebound.
And the defense got away with a major lapse there.
Here's Mitchell. Offensive rebound. Out to Conley. About 90 seconds off the clock here in the extra period. Whistle blows. He decides to foul intentionally for some reason.
I'm not sure why you would foul right there. I mean, that's obviously not the smart thing to do, so a mistake there.
Holiday with the 3, and that one's good. Holiday's got 19 points.
Now, they're not showing too much respect for him defensively, are they?
Conley for 3. Another miss by Utah. On offense here with the Bucks. Kicks to Lopez. Pass it to Antetokounmpo. Back to Lopez. Here's Antetokounmpo, defended by Gobert.
Well, it seems like when they've gone to him, he's really come through. And that's not something you should get away from.
Here's Mitchell. And it's blocked by Middleton. Here we go with Holiday coming it up the court. Nails it!
And the defense reeling a little bit. He's feeling it.
He's dangerous. They need to deny him the ball.
Conley against Holiday. O'Neal dishes to Conley. Here's Mitchell. The Jazz with another miss. And so they choose to intentionally foul. Gets the first, and that puts them up by 5. And so both free throws are good. And it's a 6-point ball game.
Well done at the free throw line. I'll tell you what, that will make things a lot easier on them if they can continue to convert.
We're in OT here with just over 2.5 minutes gone by.
Good. He hushed him up with that shot.
Well, a huge bucket there to stifle the crowd. You're right.
It's like they're stunned. I mean, they don't know what to think.
The Buck shooting has been great, up over 50%. In fact, 52%. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Michael Conley. And so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
Yep, you got to extend the game here. Try to keep that clock from moving.
That's off as well. So he misses both.
Well, you've got to get it done at the line in that situation. Now we've still got a game.
We're now about 3 minutes into this overtime period.
Well, those chances are almost always 2 points for him. I guess the defense did what it had to do to bother him.
So a first game series Milwaukee taking this one.